Hello, welcome to this video where we're going to take a look at the one screen, which is going to show you if you missed invoicing anything to your client. Before we hop into it, I do have a quick announcement, which is that I have an empath course coming out on Monday. And this is very exciting. If you're familiar with empath, they do training for MSPs and they have some amazing courses. My course is going to be all about procurement. It will be very high level. It will help you improve your purchasing process, and it will not be super detailed, but there is a lot of value you're going to be able to get out of it. So if you have any questions or you're curious about empath, drop a note in the comments and I'll come back next week and post a link as well. Contrary to that, this video is going to be very detailed, as it usually is here on this YouTube channel. So let's hop right into your environment, and we're going to go into the product pick and ship screen because we are going to look at anything that has been shipped to your client but has not yet been invoiced. This is extremely important. I had a new client that I just onboarded last week, took a look at this screen, and there was $50,000 worth of uninvoiced product. You don't want that to happen to you. So we are going to take a look and make sure that this is showing us exactly what we want, which is that we've invoiced everything and we're up to date. We're going to go here under procurement, product pick and ship. And this is an underused screen because it got added a little bit later in your ConnectWise environment. So you may not have looked at it yet. Not a problem. When you first come into product pick and ship, you'll notice that there's 3 tabs here. Your tabs are going to look like this: not picked, not shipped, and shipped. I always look at not shipped first, so I tend to drag that over to the left. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I do a lot of reporting and analytics off of the not shipped tab. Today, however, we're going to be looking at the shipped tab, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit and we're going to go to shipped. All this means is that it is everything that has shipped or been marked as shipped out of your system for the time period that has been indicated. The default will be ship date of this month, and the product class is going to be inventory. I like to look at everything, so I'm going to change shipped date to all and product class to all as well. And I'm going to go ahead and hit search. This is going to show me everything that has ever been shipped in my environment since the beginning of time. When you are looking at these, you'll see some familiar fields like the product ID, the customer description, the shipped quantity, etc. As we continue to scroll over, what I'm looking for is the invoice number. So I want to be able to see this invoice number right here. Ideally, we are invoicing products before we ship them would be the best for cash flow, but at the very least, we should be invoicing products as we are shipping them, as we are delivering them to the client. And that's true for physical items. It's also true for licenses. We want to make sure that if it's tangible or intangible, as soon as the client takes delivery of it, we are invoicing it. So I'm very concerned whenever I see anything that has a blank invoice number here. It means that this has not been invoiced. And I don't really think that that's how we want to be. That's where the $50,000 came from. So we'll continue to scroll across and also look at the charge to status. Charge to status is very helpful because it's going to show me the status of the record. So it's the service ticket status, the project status, or the sales order status. If something is open and it hasn't been invoiced, maybe that's okay. If something has been closed and hasn't been invoiced, that's a red flag. If you cannot see this charge to status, we're going to go into the gear icon here and make sure that we are taking any hidden columns we would like to see and moving them over to the visible columns. So if you ever have any columns that you can see in this video, but you can't see in your environment, they're probably sitting in the hidden columns. You only have to update this once, and then when you hit save, those columns will now be available. So to quickly reference all the items that have not been invoiced, we're going to create a shipped not invoiced view. And to do that, I'm going to go into the view section. I have this view, but I'm going to build it again from scratch. I'll go to the plus, and I would call it shipped not invoiced. It's not very creative, but it is descriptive. And I always share my views. You may have it so that you only have a few people who can create views. If it's something that you're going to be checking frequently, and especially if you want someone to back you up and to support you on this, make sure that the view is visible. All we're looking at right now is anything with the invoice number equals, and then leave this blank. And then we're going to say update. This says invoice equals empty. Before you save a view, you can always run it. And it shows me here that this number went down to 18, so the view is working. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now I can see that these products on the shipped tab have been shipped but have not been invoiced. And this would be my list to go through and double check and make sure that they get invoiced to the client. I could further drill down this view using that charge to status and say, well, I'm not too concerned about the things that are in new status. So I might update that view by going into it, copying it, and say exclude new. And then in that case, I would add another variable and say, and charge to status not contains new. By doing this, what I'm doing is truncating the list and taking a look at only the products that I absolutely need to invoice. These are a couple ways to use views to be able to check what you have shipped but not invoiced, and make sure that you're staying top on all of your accounts receivable. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and we'll see you next week for some more tips and tricks.